Hello everybody. Oh no, I forget something. Sorry. I just hope you're all well. If whoever's joining me, just got to quickly turn my do not disturb. That's it. Right, back to right. Right, I don't know if anybody's going to join me because I still haven't got a video feed yet. But tonight we're going to the tropics because I think we could all do with a little bit of escapism. Obviously, because I think some of us are getting a little bit fed up with one thing or another. Right, I was just trying to get a video feed still. So we're going to be doing. I've got a feed. Alright, I'll turn that down. Right. Got a bit rusty, I think, because I didn't do one last week. So anyway, I'm going to crack on. So yeah, tonight we're going to the tropics. Now I've got slightly different cards tonight. So they're called fancy folds. This one's cut out of an A4. You can only get one card out of an A4 sheet, but you have a little bit of extras. So I'll show you. But that looks complicated, but obviously it's not. It's just a case of folding and scoring and folding, which I have put my So there's that one. And then there's this one, which is more of a fancy fold. You can see it's like comes out a little bit, so that when it stands up, it just comes out. Looks like a. So there's that. Anyway, right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to score both of them first, but obviously only make one of them at a time. I'm going to score this one first because this one's ultra easy. So, hello, whoever's watching. Hope you're well. So we're going to the tropics tonight. A little bit of escapism. Doing slightly fancy cards. So I'm just going to score this one really quickly. And I'll tell you the measurements briefly, but I will put them on my blog tomorrow. So this is a cardstock measures 11 3/4 inches by 4 1/8. I think. Hi Sandra, hope you're well. So I think I need my arm out, so I'm measuring this in centimetres, so it's, I've lost which one it is now. I've lost my measurements. Where have they gone? 7, I think that's it, yeah. 7, 11, 15 and 19. So I'm going to score at, I've got enough room here, 7. So I'm using this, that's your cutter, you'd have got to cut it, so it's scoring at 7. What did I say? 7, 11, 15 and 19 centimetres. Try not to jog my table. So yeah, as I said, this card probably looks a little bit complicated, but it's not, and it fits in a normal C6 envelope, which is really good. So that's that one done. Yeah, I will just quickly score and fold, and you can see. No, I'll just put this away. And then I'll do the other card. Then we'll come back to this one. So as you can see on this one, it's kind of like it's what we call it is a valley, then a mountain. You want that shape basically. So in order to create that, we're just going to bring it like that. You need a good bone folder. Good burnish there. Bring this one forward and burnish it. This makes a little lip or platform. And then this card's really clever actually, because I say it can be a base for lots of variants, lots of different variations of the card. So yeah, that's got that shape. You can see it as there, same as that one. You've got your shape, your basic shape. I will just quickly show you. Oh no, I'll show you afterwards that. So that's that one. Hi Wanda, are you happy you're well as well? Right, I'm just going to put that there. Dog's going mad downstairs, typical. And then this one I'm just going to cut and fold, or score. Yeah, score and fold. No, cut and score and then fold, to show you how to create the centre step card, which looks quite complicated. Once you've got the measurements, it really isn't. So, did I tell you the wrong measurements? But I may have told you the wrong. Yeah, I told you the wrong measurements for that other one. That was 26 centimetres by 49, but they will be on my blog. It'll be easy for me to explain on my blog. So this one is, this is the trouble when you do fancy cards and you centre step card. This is 11 3/4 inches that way by 4 1/8, so it's half an A4 card that way. So what we do need your cutter and scorer for this. So you come in, you have it lengthways like that. Hopefully you can see my template that I've done, and if we use that as a guide. So here it says line at 3/4 inch. So hi Alison, hope you're well. So we're going to bring it in. I'm going to move that because that's creating shadow. So you're lining it up on the 3/4 inch mark. Hope you can all see that. And right down here. Right, and then you're going to bring your cutter, but you're not going to start cutting until the 1 inch mark, and I'm probably going to have to stand up to be able to see this. So because we've got inch measurements on here, you may not be able to see them. You start at 1 inch, just like it says, and we're going to come right down to 6 7/8. So that's what the 6, almost to the 7. And then bring that back up. And then we're just going to flip it over because you want to do the same again. So in at 3/4 inch. In at 3/4 inch. Start at your 1 inch mark to cut. And right down to your 6 7/8 inch. Which is just about there. So that's all your cutting done, which is good. Then you just have to come in with your scorer. So where we then bring it back that way and we score. You probably can't see this. So we're scoring at 1 inch, 2 inch, 6 7/8 inch, only on the outside bits, not in that centre panel. So line it up at 1 inch. And just, it doesn't matter if you go over because you can bring it with your embossing. That's right, I'm not commenting. I can't watch the comments and do this because I'm having to concentrate. So 1 inch, 2 inch. It's really difficult to see when you're not over the top of it. 2 inch, and then come up at 6 7/8 inch. So I've got to have this open. 6 7/8 inch. So obviously that lines up with the where your cut marks are. So that's all your outside lines. Then you just got to come back and go in the middle panel at 5 7/8 inch. So 5 7/8, and just score in that middle bit. And that's it. That's all your scoring, folding, everything done. So, right, I find it easier to do, I'll get rid of the template. I find it easier to fold this one first, this top one, and then you can go in afterwards and burnish it. Just get it folded up first. That one's meant to go that way. That's a little bit. You just have to get it manipulated. Once you've got it manipulated, it just goes. So there you go. All being well. It's not quite. So this is where your bone folder comes in. You need to burnish it really well. But yeah, this is a good one as well. So this fits in your normal C6 envelope. So I might be slightly out of my measurements there. I don't know. It's why it's kicking up a little bit. Didn't do this earlier. You can see I've gone over a little bit there, but you won't see that once I get it covered up with your paper anyway. So yeah, that's your basic shape done. So really quite simple really, once you know how. So back to the card, we're doing this one, which we're using the Tropical Oasis Memory and More cards to cut out the guitar. I haven't actually got any more of the guitars left. Or have I? But no, oh no, that took me a long while to cut, so I thought I just might change it and do the pineapple tonight. It's a little bit easier and quicker to cut. So these are just your designer series paper panels that I've already cut. Same with the background. And I have cheated. I have used a big shot tonight, I must admit, just to do a die cut shape. But you could use a punch shape if you don't have a die cutting machine. So, but it's quick and easy now, really. Apart from, oh yeah, I have got to. I'll get these on, then I'll show you what half a pack of, or what a pack of memory and more cards looks like. And I haven't cut them to, oh, I could have sworn I measured them, cut them earlier. Going crazy. Unless I picked up the wrong ones, right? Well, we'll just do that now. I have got the measurements, as I say, and I will put the measurements on my blog tomorrow. I'm just going to cheat for now. So, bang them on. So yeah, the memory and more cards are very good. I haven't used them much until now, but we're having to use them for card kits because we're not allowed to provide stamped images in the post, as most of you know. So yeah, I've been using the memory and more card, and I shall show you some of the cards that I've made for my next class. But I have actually fallen in love with them. They are lovely. I love this pack, and I'm a bit excited to know what's going to be in the new catalogue, what memory and more cards we're going to get. Be quite. Did I cut this one down? Yeah. So yeah, it just putting that on. Same with the DSP. It's just the back of this one, the brown. You're going to have to sit and watch me cut around the pineapple. There is actually, in the dies, there is a pineapple shape if you've got a die cut machine. I have got the dies, but obviously I'm trying not to use them. So, yeah, it's back on there. And now what I am going to do, because it needs a bit of drying time, I'm just going to flip to show you. What if I could find them? What have I done with them? Oh, here. Right. This is what half a pack of the Tropical Oasis looks like, because basically you get double this. So in one full pack you get two of everything. So two of those, they're stickers, and this is what I want. We're going to be using one of these, and I need to stamp on it because it's got a slightly glossy surface. Hey Carol, hope you're well. So that's the two stickers you get, because I say you can use these in scrapbooking as well. And then you get these large cards, which you can just put straight onto a card and then just put a sentiment on if you want a really, really quick and easy card. And they're double-sided, but also they can be used in scrapbooking. So I'm just going to quickly flick through. You get all these, they're double-sided. Let's say this, you've got to bear in mind this is just half the pack. You get two of everything. Quick flick, and they are so lovely. But this is what we're going to be doing with we're cutting some of the images out. So yeah, there's loads. Oh, the coconut's lovely. I love the coconut. I've used that on one of the cards for the next class. Hibiscus that you can cut out. It really is some lovely cards. Anyway, so tonight we're going to be doing the pineapple instead of the guitar, because it's going to be slightly quicker to cut out, I hope. It should be, because the guitar was quite intricate. So yes, that's it. Oh yeah, we will need one of these sticker sheets, so I'm just going to pinch one of those for now. I should use it from the other pack really. And I need but yeah, I just wanted to get it done so it can have a bit of drying time, because I haven't brought my heat gun up. So I'm just going to stamp rest and relax in early espresso. And go straight in the middle. Sorry, just like that. I'm just going to leave that to dry. Clean. There we go. And yes, I just need to you see I was a little bit naughty. I used a card that I'd already unscored, but So that gets stuck on there, and then the pineapple's going to go. But I'll cut this out as quickly as I can, just fussy cutting as usual. But yeah, this is just another way of using the cards and getting more use out of them, and just making your cards look a little bit more fancy than they could be. And obviously it'd be lovely for scrapbooking as well. It's absolutely ideal if you don't have the stamp set, or don't want to invest in a stamp set for whatever reason, with all the blocks and all the inks. You could still make some lovely cards by buying a pack of this and just some base cards. And this retails for, I should have checked, I think it's £10.75 for a pack of Memory and More cards, which is really good value, I think. So yeah, just fussy cutting as quickly as I can. What have we all been up to? Have we been doing some crafting? Getting ready for our Zoom class on Thursday, our first one. I'm really looking forward to that. I did deliver the card kits to everybody today on my bike. That was my daily exercise. I went out. I thought it'd be quicker than the postal system. And it cut down on the postage as well. And this is where it gets a little bit, so a bit of a cheat going on. I cut there. Should have prepared one earlier, shouldn't I? So this is what I do. I just get to the, I cut to the end, and I just find it easy. Then I can just cut in between. Need a very sharp pair of scissors to do this, and our paper snips are brilliant for this. No, nobody's going to tell me what they've been doing up to. Sorry if I keep going off camera. I think the camera's a little bit further up. My chair seems to be all out of alignment as well. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, this is the bit that takes the time, cutting in between all the palm leaves. Yeah, I didn't actually show you this. There's a stamp set that goes with this, obviously, and a die set. I will show you. Well, obviously, I've already used the sentiment that goes with it. I think I've used it in a Facebook Live before. I'm pretty sure I have. The next card is a little bit of Stampin'. I'm going to show you the watercolour technique using the Stampin' Right markers on a block. Very easy effect, easy technique to get a sunset effect. Okay, well my cutting's not as good as it could be because I'm trying to rush, but you get the idea. I'll do the same with this pineapple, just try and do it really quickly. But yeah, trust me, the guitar took even longer. I was like, oh really? But I do love the guitar though. Well, it's not a guitar, I think it's a ukulele to be precise. Oh gosh, excuse me. My hay fever's bad at the moment. Oh, I keep scrubbing my nose. It actually improves by the evening. Sorry ladies, it is a little bit intricate. Actually, what is the time? 20 past. Oh. I normally would take a little bit more care and attention doing this. think I'm losing some of my light as well. I'll have to open my blind. You can still see. So yeah, don't be afraid of these memory markers. I know it's a little bit scary thought of cutting them up. I must admit I was a little bit, oh, I don't know if I dare cut into them. But once you start, you kind of get the bug for doing it. And you realise the potential of what can be done with them, quite honestly, rather than just leaving them as flat cards, which are lovely in scrapbooking, especially if you need them to go into a pocket page or whatever, but it's nice to be able to use them for different things as well. They're getting there, slowly but surely. And do we all know what the top of a pineapple is called? The head? It's not called, it has a special name. I bet you Alison knows. Come on, Alison. I'm relying on you all knowing this. I know what it is, but it does have a special name. I'll wait for somebody to tell me. Perhaps if she's still there. I know people pop on and then they disappear. Oh, we're nearly there. The same, not as cut out as well as I could do, but crown. It could be. Yeah, I thought it was the crown actually when I first. Somebody told me it was the apex, but I'm not sure. Maybe it is the crown, Wanda. You could be right. I might have to Google it now. Yeah, I heard it was the apex, but I must admit I think crown is more appropriate. Excuse me, I've just got to open the blind. Get a bit more light in. Right. Here we go, and hopefully that's dried now. So just going to shove some glue on, making sure that we don't go over the edges, because it's obviously got to just go on the panel. Don't want it getting on there. So just whack that on there. And then the pineapple is going to go on there. So yeah, you can see the guitar one took probably up a little bit more room, and I could put some elements on that to jazz it up a little bit, but I haven't brought any up, so I'm going to use them large dimensionals though. I don't suppose many of you are feeling like crafting at the moment with the nice weather. Well, it's lovely weather we're having, although it is a tad windy, if you ask me. It was on the bike today. Yeah, I need a few tiny ones. So I'm sure you can all think of lots of different other ways to thingy this card up a little bit, jazz this card up. And once you've got the basic design, which I will put on my blog. I meant to do that today, but I ran out of time. I shall write it up sometime tomorrow. Make sure I get the measurements the right way. I'm not telling you the wrong ones that I did beforehand. Nearly there. So, just going to place that on the bottom, just like that, and then we're going to come in with a sticker. These are lovely and thick, these stickers. I say they're stickers, I say they're really thick cardstock. And just place that on there like that and try not to smudge it like I did on the other one. So there you go. Two different, slightly different cards, one with a guitar and one with a pineapple. You could jazz that up with some Wink of Stella or something if you want to, make it a little bit more shiny as well, but I won't do that tonight. So that's that one done. And next one is the what did I call it? Triple panel? What was calling it? Triple panel fold flat card. And why it's called that is because it does fold flat. If I get the original, it's this one. So although it's you just either that way or that way behind. Hello Andrew, how are you? So you just flip that behind, curl that behind, and then sometimes doesn't, yeah, you've got to make sure you fully fold it and then lie it flat like that, and then you can pop it in your normal C6 envelope. Obviously it's a little bit bulky, so it's going to go through as a large letter, but it's still good because it just makes a nice spectacular looking card. And obviously this you can do all sorts of things, change it all up, put different panels on here, so it's really quite a versatile one. I will just quickly show you the card that I've made for Captain Tom, using the same design. I made him this yesterday, so yeah, use the same thing, and it is retired papers, but I did do a little bit of a Google search and discovered that he was used to be a motorcycle enthusiast, so I thought, oh well, I'll do him bikes on it. So yeah, that'll be winding its way to him in the post very soon. So yeah, it's a good card to have in your arsenal though, definitely. So yeah, we're going to do this one now. I'll do all the decorating in a minute. I think I'll do the technique first. So you see, I've already done the card. I'm going to get them out of my way. Right. So you can either use watercolour paper or shimmery white card stamp, whatever it's called, something like that. So to create this sunset effect, you can see it's a sunset effect. Just going to use the pens, and you'll see, self-explanatory hopefully. Make sure it is the shimmery one because it needs to be able to repel the water a little bit. So on my block, which is just about big enough to cover over it, I'm going to come in with your colours with the thick end. This one is Poppy Parade because it actually matches the paper, or the cardstock. The paper's actually real red, but I thought it didn't look like real red. I'm wondering how much light, whether you've got enough light to see what I'm doing, because I haven't. I think you're all right. So yeah, going about a third of the way down. Because all what's in these pens are our ink. It's just our classic ink, but in a pen form. So you can do the similar techniques to this as you can with the ink pads themselves. So very, blend the orange in a little bit, make it look a bit more. And Daffodil. That was Pumpkin Pie, by the way. That orange. This is Daffodil Delight. Can't really see that so well. It is going on. I can hardly see it myself. So I'll put them aside now. Then we just go in with our water spray, water mister, which we sell. I think we still sell them. I didn't actually check that. Bit of a spray, not too much. Just enough to make it so it merges. And I'm going to make a right mess on my paper, aren't I? Just realised that. Well. So, I don't know if you can see. So, I'm just going to squidge it on there. Press down. I haven't quite done enough water. Ideally, you want enough water so you don't get any dry areas. But not quite. I can try and go back in. Oh, I should have bought my heat gun because I need to dry that. Yeah, I'll just give it one final little spray. See if we can just get that moving a little bit. Probably would have been. No, it's not going to do it. Oh well. You get a different effect every time, obviously, doing it that way as well. Yeah, with the benefit of hindsight, I really should have bought my heat gun to dry that, because I've now got to wait for that to dry. But that's good. I can undo the panel and I'll just dry that. La, 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 la. Right, so just do the panel and that's my original card. So Right, with the panels, you can either do a full width of cardstock and then just mount the DSP. We can do what I'm doing and being a little bit of a cheapskate. You can just cut your strips and mount it on your DSP. I'll show you in a minute what I mean. So it's up to you. It depends whether you want to save it on your cardstock or not. Which I didn't particularly. I just thought I would do it this way, to show you in 2 ways that you can do it. So you just run a bead of glue. Just realised, did I cut that to... Oh yeah, because it goes off the edge. And then just line your red, your Puppy Parade, with a little bit of a border. This is the paper that obviously matches the same. It's out of the same suite. It is lovely as well. I think it's called Tropical Oasis, but I'm not quite sure. I know the cards are Tropical Oasis. You see, it's got the flamingos on it. So same again. Oh, it's only past. I thought these were going to take me ages tonight. I didn't think other messages would come through when I've got it disturbed, but hey ho. Did I glue that? Oh god, I did as well. Right. Not really thinking straight today. So my hay fever is not making me feel very well. It's giving me headaches. But hey ho, it could be a lot worse. Right, so it's that. I messed it on the original. I did emboss this, but we won't do that tonight. So I'll just glue that on. It is at the layers are actually designed to go off the edge here. Obviously this one's too long, but I should just trim it up. Probably the same with these, yeah. I didn't measure them to size because I knew I could cut them. Can everybody see okay still? Or is the light getting bad? Because I could turn the lights on. Oh, actually I could turn the overhead light. Doesn't make much difference. Not sure whether these would or not. Should do. Oh, doesn't seem to want to turn on. Oh well, can't have it on. It is on. Oh, can't see what I'm doing. No. Just gonna have to go with it tonight. I can always put the overhead light on. I'll just hurry up and get done. So yeah, just layering the panels on. Oops. So it's all fairly simple stuff, but it makes quite a good card, I think. So yeah, again, you need to bring your cutter in, or you can just do it by hand with your scissors. Mess your scissors up like I've just done, but yeah, they'll clean off with some alcohol. Right, that's that. So we're just ready for the stamp, and I just got to hope it's dry now. It's not too bad. I can just do the sentiment quickly. Using the same sentiment that comes in this set. There's not actually a happy birthday. Oh, there is a happy birthday. Well, I could use that. Oh, I went with that one. Yeah, I'm going to change it to happy birthday, because I'm more likely to use that then. So this is the set. So you get May your birthday be memorable. So there's a birthday one. Thank you. Friendship is timeless. You've got your huge big hibiscus, the little, I think that's a frangipani, is it? What do they call it? Palm trees, the leaves, and a little pineapple. So yeah, it is a lovely set. So that's your birthday one. Just gonna bung that on there. I need that in a minute. Right, we're using the Stamparatus purely because that means if we don't get a very strong image the first time, I can go again and bring it down. Yep, that'll do. I'm just going to bring it to the side so I can, obviously it's going to lift up a bit because it's been wet. I use an early espresso. You could use black if you wanted to, but I just thought black was a little bit harsh. I guess if it was a silhouette though, it would work quite well actually with black. But yeah, so you're right, it's not a really huge strong image, so I'm just going to go again. Yeah, again, if you'd have used black, I'd have probably got a stronger image, but that's what I love about the Stamparatus. You can go again. That's better, a little bit stronger. I'm just going to wash that because there we go. Move that, then I can just leave that in there and wash that later. Right, so that's done. Just got to mount that on my card layers. So I've got a very thin layer. Yeah, just want a very fine border. And it's a bit sticky there. This is where, when you've got fine borders, it's even trickier to get it lined up. But good thing with glue is at least you've got that manoeuvrability room. So. And a nice little brown border, or early espresso, to match the ink that we've used. So just give it a good rub. And that's basically it, apart from the sentiment, which I've just got to cut out. My mini here somewhere. So yeah, again, just a basic banner. Oh, I know, right? Yeah, it's going to be a bit wider than the other one. So. It's not very straight, and it doesn't. Mess that up a little bit because I've cut it on the wonk. Well, definitely on the wonk. Ah, look at that. Oh dear, that's a really bad angled cut. That's going to annoy me. I may apply it to the card for the moment, but that will probably, I will probably take it off and redo it. Yeah, that's not very good. But you get the picture. So, no, I don't. Yeah, oh, I did put this on with foam pads, but obviously I think you need to be a bit careful of not putting too much depth in it because of it's quite deep already. Hello Dawn, how are you? Just caught me at the end. Really getting. You can actually, the light's not too bad on the table, is it? But I feel it is getting very dark in here. I shall have to make sure that the lights are rigged up, ready to go. I think I did last time. So, hello Marianne, how are you? Everybody's coming at the last minute, but you can always catch it on the replay if there's anything that grabs you. I'll just have a, and it will be uploaded to YouTube hopefully sometime tomorrow. I'll put that on now. Doesn't really. So yeah, I think it's a little bit too wide actually, this banner. I perhaps should have kept with the other sentiment, but oh well. And that's going to be just stuck on there. I think that. Right, in order not to, I've just dropped the dimensions on the floor. Obviously, I've got to keep it on that panel, so I'm just going to make sure I just tape in the middle. You could use glue, but I'm just going to go with tape, just so I know it's going to stay in the middle and not ooze anywhere. Good. Oh, you just finished work. Oh, bless you. Yeah, just thought I'd do something a bit tropical, a bit cheerful. I think we all need it. It'd be lovely if we could go somewhere tropical at the moment. Although I can't complain, it is lovely weather here, apart from just a bit windy. So, I'll bring that down and just centre it on middle. And voila, that's your card done. It's very hard to show it at the angle on the camera, but yeah, you can see it stands up like, well, it should stand up like that, yeah. But that's it finished. What else was I going to show you? Oh yeah, I was just going to quickly show you the cards that I've already created with some other tropical Oasis Memory and More cards, ready for the next online card class, Zoom class, that I've already advertised. I've got a few bookings for it already as well, so which is good. So yeah, these are the 4 cards you get. You'll do for £15. You'll do the 4 cards, plus you'll get half a pack of the Memory and More cards, which are worth just over £5. The only thing is, if you're not actually local enough for me to deliver by hand, I would have to up the post and packaging a little bit. But these are the 4 cards. So that's one of the big cards that I showed you. I don't know if you remember that. And I just split it into 4, cut it into 4, and then just a die cut. And these are all the sticker. Oh, these are little die cuts as well, which I'll provide all in the kits, because I'm allowed to provide die cut images, but not any stamped images. So anything you get in your kit, you'll get the die cut, but you'll just have to provide your own stamps sentiment for it. So that's number 1. This one is another one of the big cards, which had, and I just fussy cut all out the inside. Then mounted it on the base cardstock, and then there's the pineapple I cut earlier. This is one of the stickers, the thanks. So you don't even need any stamp. There's no stamping on that one. No stamping on this one. Oh, this is my favourite. This is the coconut. Hiya Pat, how are you? Yeah, I love this coconut one. So that's yet another card. I did die cut the centre out of that, and then just fussy cut the coconut. And there's another one of the stickers, thinking of you today and always. And then last one, I did a bit of embossing with some ink on it. Just another sentiment, and just I think I used two of the Memory and More cards to do this. Just so I got plenty of palm leaves and yeah, some little twine. So yeah, that's it. That's what you can do with them. Excuse me. So yeah, just a little bit of to showcase what's in the next class on May the 7th, is it? I believe it's something like that. But you've got to book this for this Friday. Actually, I need bookings by this Friday, so I can get the products ordered and get them sent out. So yeah, that's it. I'm just going to flip you up. It's going to be quite dark in here, and you'll see my new background. Look, got a new backdrop, so to hide all the mess. So it's quite pretty. But yeah, I need it. It's gone a bit funny there. I don't know why. It's a funny print, but yeah, it looks a little bit more professional. I think it's just nice. So anyway, thank you all for joining me. I hope you're all well and managing to craft. I know it's difficult. Sometimes, you know, we lose our mojo a little bit, but it really is the best medicine at the moment. Just to craft, take your mind off all the horrible stuff, and yeah, and make cards and send them to people. That's even more important, because it really do, you know, it really does cheer people up at the moment to send cards out. as you all know, hopefully anyway. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you, some of you I'll see some of you on Thursday for the Zoom card class. Really looking forward to that, and I will see the rest of you next Tuesday, all being well. Okay, thank you for joining me. All right, I'm going to say goodbye, good night, bye.